Is it over? Buonasera. Hi everyone, and welcome to phase 3 of the virus here in Italy. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the recent developments that have happened here, how I'm doing, what I've been doing since phase 3 happened, and also just some thoughts for the future. What can I say? I'm just happy to be here in phase 3. The lockdown was not nice, but at least now we're much better off than we were in March. My wife and I are still fine. We've shown no symptoms of the virus. We've had temperature checks in random places and everything checks out. We're both still working from home, and I don't know when that's going to change, but for now, it's okay. I don't really want to get into the economic side of this virus because, well, let's face it, there's going to be some repercussions economically, globally, but that's for another video maybe. The best part about phase 3 really is that Italy does seem to be opening up. Not everything, but what I've liked about this phase is the fact that everything has gradually been getting back to normal. We're still not there, but we're getting there. Interregional travel is now possible in Italy. So if I wanted to go to Florence, if I wanted to go to Naples or even Sicily, that's possible now. That's great. This happened in phase 2, but it's still true. I'm able to resume my exploring again. And one of my passions in Rome, and also this country in general, is just walking around, exploring, even looking at things that may not seem interesting. But it's just been nice to go out and see this city, because to be honest, it will take me a lifetime to really see everything in Rome. And maybe that's not enough. Other things that have opened up here in Italy are barbershops, museums, churches. Things are still not 100% back to normal, but I do feel that these establishments are doing their best to really maintain social distancing, to keep things clean, and to kind of regulate the flow of people so we don't have any more outbreaks. Barbershops, I'm still not going there, not for a while. Now, even though things do seem to be improving here in Italy, even though things are more or less on the up and up, I still prefer to err on the side of caution because you never know when another outbreak could occur again. I try to avoid people as much as I possibly can, but if I'm out and about walking, then I don't use my mask. But if I do go into a store, then it is a rule. You have to wear your mask. That's fine. There is something in particular that I want to talk about, which I mentioned in a previous video, and that was June 3rd. And the reason why we're talking about this is that this was the date where Italy opened up its borders to international travel. This travel ban lift is still not 100% clear to me, and I have my doubts. But let's go over what it entails. If you're coming to Italy from an EU country, then you're no longer required to self-quarantine. And also, this is the same if you're coming from one of the Schengen areas. However, if you're coming from an area outside of these two areas, then there are some restrictions. Now, in this scenario, you are allowed to come to Italy if you are, let me see, I have my notebook here, I forget. If you're coming for work reasons, health needs, or if you are returning to your place of residence here in Italy. In that situation, however, you must self-isolate. Unfortunately, U.S. citizens are still not allowed to come to Italy for tourism purposes. And if you are coming to Italy, then they must be the conditions that I've just said. While I am happy that Italy has opened the doors for international travel, I do have some concerns though. I was discussing this with a fellow YouTuber. His name is Rafael Di Furia, and he said that it does raise the question whether the people that are conducting the screenings at the airports, if they're medically trained, and if in fact they are, replacing their gloves often enough. In other words, how sanitary are the conditions really at the airport? I suppose we won't know until we go there, if we ever go there. Correction, we will be flying in and out of Italy in the future. It's just when is the big question mark. I am overall positive about the direction Italy is going with this virus. I mean, things could be better, obviously, and we don't know what the future holds. I'm not even sure what's going to happen in the next couple of months, really. We really should not let our guard down because, we're not out of the woods yet. And I think what's dangerous is the fact that a lot of people mentally, they think that the virus is over just because we have a lot of our freedoms restored. The fact that our lives are slowly going back to the way they were before. But it can be misleading. Now, the numbers are nowhere near what they were a couple months ago, but the fact remains is that there are still people that are dying every single day because of the virus here. I mean, the numbers are well below 100 last time I checked. But, that's still a lot of people. What's also a concern is the fact that the region of Lombardia is still the most troubled here in Italy. It still has the most number of cases and people passing away every day. I don't know why, to be honest. There's even been a small cluster of outbreaks here in Rome. But I'm not worried, to be honest, because this is not the same thing as a couple months ago when it was all new, we didn't know what to expect, and we didn't know, we didn't really know what this virus was. So I think that this is under control, hopefully. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, could you please kindly tap the like button because it does help out my humble little channel. I had to tell myself that this is something that's out of your control. And when you're in a situation where you can't do anything, then to me, there's no point in getting worked up. You just have to accept it and, just try to keep yourself busy. And that's what I did, and it helped. I'm not always a patient person, but let's just say that I do find the patience when I'm in these situations where I'm powerless. Even though things are better here in Italy, I think something important to remember is the fact that we do not have a vaccine for this virus just yet. And until we have a vaccine, then I think that what we've been doing should continue. For example, social distancing. I will keep saying this in every video that I make about this damn virus. But it has worked. We're the proof now. I'm going to say no to this one because, in my opinion, this virus is still a global problem. We still haven't got this thing under control. And when that day comes, then I think it is important to figure out exactly how it became a global problem and what we can do to prevent it in the future. We have to, because I don't think the world can survive another round. I don't know. I am in no way trying to downplay the virus. I understand that this has had devastating effects, and I mean, that's an understatement, really. But I think if I had to find some positivity out of all this, the fact that it's a global problem and that everybody is involved, it means that just that, we're all involved, and we're kind of all forced to work together to find a solution. So hopefully we will. I should say something on tourism, given the fact that my channel has been primarily based on Italian tourism. It may change in the future, though. However, just keep in mind that for those of you that want to come here on vacation, tourism in Italy is not just in the summer months. In my opinion, you can really come here any month of the year for vacation. Italian weather is great, and even when it's cold here, you can still find a lot of nice things to do. So don't discount Italy in the near future. I have no idea when that's going to be, but Italian tourism just simply can't die. It has to come back. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, leave a like if you did. That'd be cool. And I just want to mention that I will be doing updates on the virus as it progresses. And I don't really feel like doing a weekly video on what's happening here, because I think letting some time pass and then talking about what's happened here does seem a bit more relevant rather than just repeating the same things every week. So the last part of this video is actually for my loyal followers. Anybody really, but you especially. You know who you are, and I appreciate your support in every video that I make. And I'm very sorry that I've been away for a little while now. But to be honest, the virus has really made me reflect on my channel and the direction that I want to go in, and also the content that I want to make in the future. So I'd like to hear from you. What kind of videos would you like me to make in the future? What kind of videos would be interesting, entertaining, and also useful at the same time? Let me know. Yes, this is a basil plant and it probably needs some water. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. Be safe, everybody, and if you have one takeaway from this video, I hope it's this. Gradually go back into your daily lives. Let's not rush this. Until next time.